Have you ever wondered why a dove is the symbol of peace? You know, of all the animals, why a bird that's more likely to poop on your car windshield than save the world? Today, we're diving into a hilarious story behind that little feathered ambassador of tranquility. So grab your popcorn, because this tale is not just about peace, but also about some seriously funny moments you won't want to miss. Our story starts in a small, peaceful village in medieval Europe. This village had a peculiar problem. The townspeople loved to argue over the silliest things, like which vegetable made the best soup. One day, the mayor called a town meeting to settle this nonsense once and for all. He rang a little bell and announced,
We're having a soup summit this Saturday.
the townspeople were all excited. But in the background, a wise old woman named Granny Gertrude had a plan. She didn't care about soup. She just wanted everyone to get along again. So she filled a basket with a dozen doves. Yes, doves. On the day of the soup summit, the townsfolk gathered with their best soup recipes and a lot of heated opinions. They were about to start throwing bowls at each other when suddenly, Granny Gertrude stepped in. She let loose the doves from her basket, and they soared through the air like fluffy white missiles. The villagers just stopped. They stared, wide-eyed, as the doves flapped around like they were on a mission. Then, one dove landed right on the mayor's head, scavenging for crumbs. In that hilarious moment, everyone forgot about their soup rivalry. Instead, they burst into laughter. Granny Gertrude saw her chance and shouted.
See, these doves want peace.
The villagers, still chuckling, began to think that maybe soup preferences weren't worth arguing over after all. From that day on, whenever a disagreement broke out, someone would simply say,
Let's call in the doves.
Sure enough, a few doves would be happily let out to diffuse the tension. As time went by, people began to associate those doves with peace. But what had started as a silly argument over soup had transformed into a long-standing tradition. And just like that, the humble dove became the universal symbol of peace. Now, whenever you see a dove, just remember the great soup summit of that tiny village with its crazy traditions and a whole lot of laughter. So, what do you think? Can a bunch of doves really bring peace? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this funny or just plain ridiculous, make sure to give us a thumbs up. And hey, don't forget to share this with your friends so they can have a laugh too. Next time someone mentions doves, picture that delightful village and all their silly shenanigans. Sometimes, peace doesn't need grand gestures. It just needs a good laugh and a few really cute doves. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for another amusing story.